Deep within the dense and humid heart of the Amazon rainforest, an incredible and terrifying moment unfolded when a powerful jaguar, known as the silent ruler of the jungle, found himself in a battle he could never have imagined. The morning began peacefully, the air filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, as the majestic predator moved stealthily through the undergrowth. His golden coat shimmered beneath the scattered sunlight filtering through the thick canopy above. But this calm moment of beauty was about to turn into chaos. Without realizing it, the jaguar had wandered too close to a massive beehive hidden high in the trees. A single wrong movement disturbed the hive, and within seconds, the jungle air filled with a deafening buzz. Thousands of furious bees burst into the open, forming a dark, moving cloud of rage. Before the jaguar could react, the swarm descended upon him. His powerful roars of pain echoed through the trees as the bees stung him over and over. He shook his head violently, clawing at the air, but there was no escape. His sleek fur offered little protection from the endless stings piercing his skin. He tried to run, crashing through the bushes, but the bees chased him relentlessly, their fury unending. Desperate and confused, the jaguar sprinted toward a nearby river, his instinct guiding him toward water for relief. With a mighty leap, he plunged into the river, submerging himself in hopes of escaping the attackers. For a moment, the buzzing seemed to fade, but the relentless bees hovered above, waiting for him to rise again. His strength was fading fast as he struggled to keep his head underwater, and the venom from countless stings began to take its toll. Not far away, villagers living on the edge of the forest heard the distant roars echoing through the jungle. They knew something was terribly wrong. They quickly contacted the nearby wildlife rescue team, a group trained to handle emergency situations involving dangerous animals. The team gathered their equipment, tranquilizer guns, protective suits, smoke canisters, and medical supplies, and raced into the forest. Guided by the fading cries, they navigated through muddy trails and dense vegetation until they reached the riverbank. What they saw left them speechless. The mighty jaguar lay partially submerged near the edge, his breathing heavy, his once bright eyes swollen almost shut. Angry bees still circled above him, attacking anything that moved. The rescue team immediately sprang into action. Using smoke to drive the bees away, they formed a protective barrier around the injured animal. Two rescuers, dressed in full bee suits, approached carefully while another prepared a tranquilizer dart. They had to move quickly but calmly to avoid startling the jaguar further. The dart hit perfectly, and within moments, the exhausted animal began to relax as the tranquilizer took effect. The team worked efficiently, covering his head with a damp cloth to keep him cool and gently brushing off the remaining bees from his fur. They could see the swelling across his body, his skin irritated from the hundreds of stings. Once stabilized, they carefully lifted him onto a stretcher and transported him back to their rescue facility deep within the jungle. At the rescue center, veterinarians immediately began treatment. They cleaned the wounds, applied soothing ointments, and administered medication to counteract the venom. It was a long and delicate process that lasted hours. The team monitored his heartbeat and breathing constantly, ensuring he remained stable through the night. When the morning sun rose, hope returned. The jaguar slowly opened his eyes, weak but alive. His body was still sore, but he had survived. Over the following days, the rescuers cared for him around the clock, feeding him soft food and ensuring he regained his strength. With each passing day, his energy returned, and his once fierce spirit began to shine again. After several days of recovery, the time finally came for his release. The team transported him back to a safer area of the jungle, far away from the hive that had caused his ordeal. When the cage door opened, the jaguar hesitated for a brief moment before stepping out into the sunlight. He turned his head slightly, as if acknowledging the humans who had saved him, and then disappeared silently into the forest's green depths. The rescuers watched in awe, feeling both proud and humbled by the experience. The story of the jaguar's rescue quickly spread, capturing the hearts of people around the world. It served as a reminder that even the fiercest predators can be vulnerable and that the bond between humans and nature is built on compassion and respect. Deep in the wild, the jungle slowly returned to its rhythm, the hum of insects, the calls of distant birds, and somewhere beyond the trees, the soft footsteps of a survivor who had faced nature's fury and triumphed. The daring rescue of this magnificent creature became a lasting symbol of bravery, kindness, and the unbreakable will to survive.